Hi Lorelai. This one, I just realized I should have sent you this video earlier. This is one. This is the Aardvark Boogie at page 44 on your Piano Adventures 2A book. Here it is. Now this one, I normally just, I don't even ask students to figure out on their own how to play this one because anything that is rhythmic, and this is a boogie pattern. Most of the time, these popular type music, whether it's jazz or rock, most people learn it by ear. And whenever they try to notate this type of music, it becomes really complicated looking on paper. But, if you can figure it out too, although it may not sound much like the music that you're trying to play because you'll most likely be reading it rather slow. So let me just play for you once through, beginning to the end. It's really a lot of fun. And both hands are in the A hand position. Let me see. It's the same as your Peter Pan's flight. Same hand position. Left hand, this is your middle C. Right hand is above the middle C. Left hand is below the middle C. And your middle finger will be at the C. One octave higher, one octave lower. And you will probably have to have... Sometimes you play a C natural. Sometimes you play a C sharp. Left hand, actually, the C sharp, you often play with the 2. So more on that later. So first, this is how it's going to sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fun. It's great fun. It's even, too bad I don't get to play the accompaniment part. It's not really an accompaniment. I'm playing that area. So I'll be playing even higher than you. You're in fact doing the rhythm section and the bass part. So let's break this down. Let's go through the right hand, which is easier. It's got a lot of eighth notes. But rather than counting in 1 and 2 and, it's almost better to say 1, ta ta, ta ta, ta 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 ta. So just imagine the eighth beats being the fast. You're going to just sort of jam in the 2 beats into the 2 notes, two eighth note things in 1 beat space. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I play again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's ta ta rest, ta ta rest, ta 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 ta. And measure 2, there is that syncopation. The tied notes, you tie the second half of this beat 2 is tied to 3, and then there's a 4th beat. If that's a little bit, if you can't quite get the ta, 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 if that's hard, then remove the tie first. It'll go like, so it's ta, 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 ta. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now that rhythm pattern is common for line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. And line 5 and line 6, which are measured 9 through 12, it changes a little bit. But it's good to know the 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So I'll play line 1 again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. I would say that if you know how to play line 1, that same rhythm pattern can be used for the next 3 lines. So don't try to play all the music at once. I don't want you to try to, play all 6 lines yet. master line 1, and then that skill will help figure out the rest much quicker. So now at measure 2, I'm going to go back to measure 2. So with the tie, without the tie, it goes 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now I'm putting the tie back in. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. So try that. Same part. Left hand has a boogie pattern. It says it's already, written into your music. It's a little bit tricky. It's especially after having learned the A major triad, the A major chord with the middle finger at the C sharp. This time you're going to have to bring the middle finger down to the C and then have your index finger on the C sharp. So it's first you play A and E together, and then C natural with a 3, and then C sharp. That's the first line. So it's mostly eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, rest. Okay. And I will play without the tie on the second measure. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, rest. So once you got that, still without the tie, you can get both hands together. Right and left hand are doing the same, very similar rhythm pattern, just left hand has extra things. So 3, 4. Okay, that's without the tie. One more time. Okay, so once you got that down, now we put the tie back in. So the second measure is going to be like 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, so I will play the whole line. Okay, so once you got that, the second line is exactly the same. Now let's move on to the third line, measure 5, bottom of the first page. Right hand is rest, rest. I'm dropping the tie again. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. Left hand is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, rest. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, rest. And this time the middle finger, yes, there is a little bit tricky. Your finger number 2 was on C sharp earlier, left hand. Now the C sharp, the second finger has to drop down to the D. So finger number 2 has two duties on the left hand, sometimes C sharp, sometimes a D. So measure 5, both hands, line 3, without the tie. Do that one more time, and then here the left hand has a C natural throughout, right hand the last note is a C sharp. Okay, now I'm going to play with the tie back in, so it'll be 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2 and 3, 4. So I will play measure 5 and 6, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, so that's line 3. Line 7 is the same, almost the same as lines 1 and 2. It just has a different note at the end. Everything's the same until we get to the last note. Earlier, that was a C sharp on the right hand. This one is A with a thumb. which is a leading tone into the next measure 9. Okay, so I will skip over the measure 7 and 8. Let's look at measure 9. That's a new, oh, should we do that? Yeah, let's just go to measure 9. So that rhythm pattern is a little bit different, but the tie from the second half of second beat to beat 3 is still the same. I will play right hand only measure 9 and 10 without the tie. So the rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and. Okay. 1 and 3, ta 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 ta. Okay, right hand only. And this is all without the C sharp. So that's the thing about the blues, the key or blues scale, the blues feel. It's not so certain whether it's a major or a minor. That third degree of the scale is interchanged to give it that unstable feel. It's a blues feel. So right hand. And left hand has the same note. It's the different fingering, but it's the same E. When the right hand plays an E, left hand, it's unison. Left hand goes. But does not play the fourth beat. It doesn't have that part, only the right hand plays that. So now let's get it together, still without the tie. Okay, so that's measure 9 and 10. This time I put the tie back in. So there's a syncopation, ta 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 ta. I play the one beat 1 of measure 11. So let's jump over to measure 11 now. That is similar to the first measure, just that right hand is no longer playing the A. Right hand has only A. Not playing the E, just the A, and the left hand is the same. Okay. And ending here. The ending is probably one place that makes good sense, just to read the note 1, 2, and 3 down, and you end up with a 1 octave lower than that A. That's your final A. So it's a little bit it's very different than what you've been playing so far, but it's fun. It's definitely very fun once you get a hang of it. And do work on the sections. This is a rhythm exercise, so the one thing you do have to be particularly careful is to make sure that you do practice that without the tie first, so that you get this definite feeling of the 4 beats in there. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And now the tie goes in. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So it's almost like you're stepping forward, but you have to stop yourself from going. So it's got that sort of a trippy, tripping over your toes sort of a feel, syncopated rhythm. So be careful with that. And I think everything else is pretty straightforward. Thank goodness it's quite repetitive. You have a lot of repeating patterns, like the line 1, 2, and 4 being almost identical. And the rhythm pattern running throughout the whole piece is, it's the same common rhythm. So have fun, and well, I guess you wouldn't have too many days to work on this before our Zoom meeting, but good luck. Bye.